Hey everyone, it's Lexi. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you my most intimidating books on my TBR. So I have my TBR, I guess I'm moving in the wrong way, but I have my TBR kind of back here, and it's been slowly growing. I've been trying to do a TBR takedown, and I think that's just gonna have to continue into 2027 because there's just so many good releases. But these are the ones I'm most nervous about reading. A lot of them are just because they're really chunky, so I'm just really nervous about that. So without further ado, let's get started. First up, I have The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda Lee. She is the author of the Greenbone Saga trilogy, which is one of my favorite trilogies of all time, and this is her newest standalone novel. And I'm just a little intimidated by this one because the Greenbone Saga was very complex and dynamic, and it definitely was a little bit more of a challenging read for me, especially the first part of the first 100 pages or so of the first book in the trilogy. It really took me a while to get into, and I worry that that might be the case for here. My husband's read this and he said he enjoyed it, but not as much as the Greenbone Saga trilogy. So I'm very curious to see how I will feel about it, but it's more so it just, sometimes it takes a little bit to dip my toe in the water to kind of get climatized to these books, so that's just why I'm just mostly concerned about this one. Next, I have kind of a book but a series overall, and it is The Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb, which is part of the Live Ship Trader series. And so I read the Farseer trilogy last year and really enjoyed it, but it really took a lot of time to dedicate to these books because they're huge, they're massive. This one's well over 800 pages, and it feels like it's over 800 pages. So I'm just worried with this one just because the books take a really long time to get through, and I felt like there were some pacing issues in the first trilogy, so I'm hoping that's addressed better in this one as the author has more experience. But like I said, it's more just the sheer length of this trilogy that terrifies me, and I know it will take me a very long time to get through. So it's one where I just need to be okay, this is the book that I'll be reading for the next foreseeable future, and just how much time has to be dedicated to each book is very intimidating. But I've heard really great things about this series, and I do want to kind of expand more into this world as well. So it's just it's gonna be intimidating, but I know it will be worth it in the end. Speaking of another intimidating long series, I have the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. This one I picked up kind of recently at Barnes & Noble when my husband and I were there doing a little book browsing date, and I was just kind of feeling more kind of romance. I've read I think because I've read a lot of romantasy, that I was I kind of want more of that, but with more of a historical fiction twist to it. And I've heard really great things about Outlander. I know my aunt has read this series and really enjoyed it, so I know it'll be something that I'd like. But again, this is all her books are huge. All these books, this is over 600 pages. I know all the other books in the series are huge as well, so that's just my biggest thing, is that they're just really big, and there's also a lot of books in this series. So this is one that's gonna take me years to get through, and also the thought of it taking years is actually I do because I do kind of having a series follow you for over the span of many years. So it's not that part, but it's just these are really really long, so I know I will like it, but it just will take a little bit for me to get through. Next, I have the final book in kind of the Book of Dust series, and it is The Rosefield by Philip Pullman. This is the third and final book to the Book of Dust series, which is the spin-off of his Dark Materials. And I loved the first two books. I read them a really long time, so I have to go and look at my notes to kind of remember what happened. But this is the conclusion. Again, as you can see, it is quite chunky. It is very very long, over 600 pages as well, and this one is just it's just intimidating because I know these ones do take me a while to read through, but I know I'm really excited to see what happens to these characters and how the story will conclude. My husband's already read this and he said he enjoyed the ending, so it's more just me being I guess a little bit hesitant and nervous, but it's definitely one I feel especially for a lot of these intimidating books, I'm leaving them for the winter, because then I feel in the summer I like to putter around, I like to work in the garden, I like to be outside more, but I feel during those late fall winter months, this is where I'll kind of dedicate to these chonkers. So I will have to bite the bullet eventually, but I am, like I said, I'm nervous, but I'm excited to read this one even though it's quite long. And lastly, this book is well over 1,000 pages, and it's one that I know that I'm just gonna have to dedicate an entire month to, and it is Alchemised by SwnLinYu. I've heard good things about this. My husband has read this as well, and he enjoyed it. So I know people love this. I remember when it came out last year, everyone was talking about it. So I know it's well loved, but I'm just very intimidated. Like, even holding this, it's like very heavy, but especially with the length of this one, especially for like, I can read through like the Cormoran Strike series. There's been a few books that have been close to 1,000 pages, and I can fly through those, but sometimes fantasies, especially complex fantasy worlds, really take me a long time. And so that's why I was like, this one I would have to literally just dedicate an entire month to, and I'm willing to do that, but it's just I know that's something, it's going to take me a very, very long time, and I'm going to be like, okay, I need to read, like, you know, an hour after work every day and stuff like that. So this is one that is going to be like, I feel like it's another full-time job to read, and that's partly why I haven't read it yet. My husband's a speed reader, so he read through this in like a few hours, which is just annoying, but I know that's not the case, and this is literally a month's worth of reading, so we shall see. Eventually I will get to this, but I just need to plan out my whole month around this book. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what some of your most intimidating TBR books are and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.